to Artist in Recovery. Hi, Daryl. 2:04 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the day after Election Day, 2024. I didn't have to see your video. I didn't. I didn't see your video at all. I was having technical difficulties when I got up this morning with my damn phone, so now I was trying to work on this shit. I had a sinking feeling the shit was going to happen. I had a sinking feeling before I went to bed around 8 or 9 o'clock West Coast time and then wake up to a Trumpian world. I saw the numbers, the major ones. So I'm expecting the cruelty, I'm expecting the stupidity, I'm expecting the insanity, I'm expecting people to start to do things. I'm expecting the pushes, I'm expecting the hostility. There was a meme I came across. That was flashing a Bible verse in there. And then I don't know, maybe subtly I was getting a message from our brother. Where's my faith in God? I guess I expected too much. I guess maybe I had too much hope. But where was my faith? You ever seen that movie, Ten Commandments? The Cecil B. DeMille one that it keeps showing every year? Even for the ones that are supposed to have faith, they still cried and questioned. They wanted proof from God, and yet they got proof, and then it wasn't enough for them. They got caught up by a shiny calf. We all know what the hell happened at the end of the film, didn't we? I tried to stay the hell away from it. All that news, all that crap. I didn't want to hear it. But before I went to bed, I was looking at some of the major numbers. Just for the national, not the local crap. I knew we were in trouble. Harris was going to lose big time. She's not coming back. She's not coming back. This is Trump's last bang. Unless, of course, they're going to make a constitutional amendment to change everything. Unless they're going to be changing the Constitution entirely. There just wasn't enough pushback on this, Red. Yeah, I was talking to a reverend on this one. I'm sorry, D-Man. We tried, pal. But we didn't try hard enough. This town I knew wasn't going to be a supporter for Harris. Not the entire county. There may have been isolated places in this county at Kern of California. The state was Harris's. But the nation belongs to Trump now. If we crash and burn on this one, pal, I blame the voters. I blame the voters. They wanted this shit happening, and now they got it. How the hell are we supposed to be able to deal with this shit? I haven't got a damn clue. Flashbacks to 2016 all over again. Expecting the race riots to happen. I'm expecting people to start thumping on people's heads. Those of color are going to get their asses kicked. Those who are of a different race or creed or religion are going to get persecuted because they listen to a gas bag, not someone who was trying to give people a positive image and a bit of hope. No, we both survived the 4 years of hell with this asshole. We saw what happened in our communities. We saw what happened to the people. Do I have regrets? Yeah. Am I angry? Yeah. A great experiment's gone to hell in a handbasket and we're fucked for it. We're just gonna crawl up somewhere and die somewhere, I guess. I know, quitter talk. Can't impeach unless you have a majority in the House and in the Senate. But they're all supporters. We're fucked. Somebody threw an online party last night trying to keep people from freaking out as much. I should have joined. I was still feeling that sinking feeling when I was going through this party. They didn't want to hear anything about it. They only wanted to hear good stuff and jokes and everything else about it. I bet you your guts were sinking during that time too. I was also trying to escape a hell of a lot of grief and a lot of depression I felt yesterday, Daryl. A friend of mine, a long-term school buddy of mine, lost a wife a couple of years back, a mother several years back. I know this guy's pain. I knew this guy's pain. I knew how he was feeling. And I wanted to get help from the people, but it's like dancing around in the damn thing. Maybe a couple of people were indicating it, but the head leader, I don't know if I want to hang around with him anymore. Sufferable bastard. Same guy I was trying to steer you over to him. All the stuff he was saying was nice. Maybe I am turning my head against God. I don't know. But I think I got sucker punched. My brother would keep telling me and keep asking me when he was alive, and now I'm not sure if he's going to still reach out from the grave. Where's my faith and trust in God? Tested majorly. Was I supposed to be putting my faith and trust in people? You know, I keep using media, movies, and TV quotes that remind me of certain situations because I'm reminded of those situations that keep popping up, and this is one of them. There was a line in Lilies of the Field between a head nun and Sidney Poitier. When the materials didn't come in to Poitier's satisfaction, his character, Homer Smith, and the mother was upset because no one else responded to her pleas. And she threw this thing out saying, I put my faith and trust in people, not in God. And then Sidney leaves, and then everything else goes to shit in the film. About 5 or 10 minutes, you're just feeling like you're got wasted. You see the effects that character of Poitier had on the town. All he was doing was just passing through, and then he gets suckered into building a church for these nuns because he saw how the people were, and okay, he thought he was going to get money out of the damn thing, but instead, I don't know what the hell he's getting out of it. Faith. He was going to do everything himself, and he was going to be proving himself to be the sole rescuer. You know, it takes a community to build a church, even on a movie screen or in reality. It takes a community to build something, not just the physical structure of it, pal. We're talking about community. I guess we didn't have that community here. I guess we didn't build them up enough goodwill or anything else to have this community. It's over. There's nothing we can do about the elections. They're over. They're done with. For the next 4 years, we're going to be dealing with a gas bag and a Trumplicans. And it's the Trumplicans I worry more than the gas bag. You know, it wasn't a little short shit with a mustache you had to worry about. It's all those guys following the orders you had to worry about. If this was back in World War II or during that time in Europe, you didn't worry about the short shit. You worried about the guys who were fanatical enough to follow the asshole. That's what gets me scared about this shit. We got fanaticals living in this damn town. And now, yeah, maybe I am crying in my milk on this one. You're worried, you're scared, you're sick to your stomach? Well, so am I, pal. So am I. I kept hoping, maybe praying, but I didn't pray hard enough. I didn't hope hard enough, apparently. I didn't shift the cosmic balance to us. I can only take responsibility for my own stupidity and my own actions, my own insanity. I have to be responsible for what the hell I've done and said. Gotta be transparent about this shit, too. Be honest. That's what they teach us in programming it. We only go so far regarding the honesty because we're testing out the water to see how screwed up the damn thing is. But this, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Wait it out for 4 years. Midterms coming in 2. We'll see how much, if the world security is still there, if Ukraine's fallen, if more of the territory in the Far East is taken over by China. We're going to see if Israel gets us into another Middle East war. And we'll see how much unrest we get. And if there's going to be a wall that's going to be bankrupting us. All the things that the shithead promised. Yeah. I had high hopes. But I should have been putting it on God, not the people. But the thing is, I understand about God. I still need to learn more about him. He still needs us. Hands and feet to do the job. We got to do the job, whatever it is, to help the next guy out before they have a connection or something. I was so damn out of it yesterday, Daryl. God, I was so damn out of it. I got triggered mainly by a few shows that just would do the trigger on me. I don't take death too kindly. I don't take death too well. I hurt when people that I know are going through it, survivors. I cry, I weep, I open up my heart on this one. I mean, yesterday was that kind of a day for it. I didn't want to see what was going on at the polls. I didn't want to see anything else. I had a feeling Harris wasn't going to get it. Maybe she would have been a comeback kid. Maybe she would be the one pulling us out of the fire if we only had enough faith to believe in her. I don't know. God kept me around for one reason or another. I still have to figure out what. But in what's happening right now, your guess is as good as mine. This morning I got data dump to do. It's going to take several hours at this point. I didn't want to see the damn headlines. I knew Trump won. I know that bastard's. He presented the United States with a golden calf and they bought the damn shit. Said before, I blame the voters. I blame the voters. So I don't know what to do or say at this point, pal. Nice knowing you. Where's my faith and trust in God? Didn't we understand about this one here, Daryl P? We're under Christian nationalists now. This is a Christian nationalist nation here. I mean, this is supposed to be for God, for Jesus, but the problem is, Jesus ain't here, Trump is. Now we gotta deal with this shit. More and more fucking years. Oh yeah, sure, it make me sick to my stomach at this point. And yeah, I am sick to my stomach. I'm sick to my stomach of all this shit happening that we tried to put a faith and trust in the system, and I still believe in the Constitution. And unfortunately, we still have to get the shitheads in our country. We look back in history, we still had a lot of shitheads out there that we survived. I'm hoping maybe the great experiment will still survive. Just maybe. Unless, of course, that gets thrashed because of the fucking idiot voters decided that the Trumplicant land is a lot more important than anything else. Their version of America sucks. But I know I am whining about this damn thing. I can't afford to whine. I can't whine about this thing, you know? There's no such thing as whining. Guess what? We're whining. We're sore losers at this point. But we'd already seen what the consequences were back in 2016, Daryl. We'd seen it. We survived it. They're going to have to pull up another one that's going to have to try even harder. Unless Harris is going to be doing a return trip on this. I don't know how the hell she can. I don't know how the hell she's going. I think Biden's going to die off on this one. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to do it. But you know what would be not a miracle. I wouldn't call it a miracle. Trump gets off. Maybe his own body fails on him. J.D. Vance gets in office and gets us into a blithering tizzy. And we get into a war situation where the front becomes our home soil. Remember that movie Red Dawn? Back in the 80s, Patrick Swayze, before he died, God rest his soul, played a teenager and led several other teenagers with another adult They're going against the Cuban army, who was with the Russian front, who invaded America. And one by one, they all died off. But they all were remembered in ceremony and in monuments and stuff. But they were fighting for America's freedom, taking the town back. And in the end, they were driven off, but the kids were dead. I'm not saying we're going to be doing that. I'm just reminded of certain elements that are happening. January 6th back in 2020 was going to be like that kind of a situation, then in reverse. Trump lost. Fans couldn't take it, neither could Trump. So they rallied, and they caused a hell of a lot of chaos, confusion, and a lot of pain, grief, and death. I guess people are too fickle about that one. They didn't want it to happen, but they still get Trump in office anyway. Wait until after 4 years happen. Let's see if we run into the same situation. Or worse, Constitution gets lifted because of the damn restriction. He gets to be elected king, screws up the Constitution. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of negative scenarios we can go about this one here. Where's my faith and trust in God? Where's my hope? Looks like it's about to be tested for the next four years on this one. I went to this party online with a charismatic leader trying to allay us of our fears, our phobias, our doubts, in the hope for us not to freak out and panic as much. Trying to let us know that God's still listening. We shouldn't have to worry about it. It'll be okay. That's what I kept trying to read in some of the Bible passages I kept seeing as a meme. I guess we're still like the ones who want the instant gratification at this point over here. Instant relief that it's going to happen. I guess we're going to have to wait another 4 years going through this to test our faith once more. Where's our faith and loyalty in God and everything else? I don't know. But just how the hell we're supposed to be able to get through this? I don't know even what the answer. I don't even know what the right answer on this one's going to be. I just don't know anymore. I don't know what the right answer is anymore, pal. Where's my faith and trust in God? I don't have an adequate answer on that one just yet. The things I know is God's call, not mine. And the people answered. And now we got the empire.